Hey everybody, hope you're having a good Thursday night going on here. Welcome to another episode of Dan Plays Games from the Elder Times. And me, Dan, am getting, I think, pretty close to the end game of the advanced D&D Pool of Radiance game that we've been playing through for me for the first time. And I think I've spent 2 episodes in the hideous undead army-infested location of Valhingen Graveyard, and hoping that we can finish that element tonight, and then go on to the final castle area. Hopefully next week is what we're hoping for here. So apologies for me being a couple minutes late tonight. Let me get started with the game. Where is that window? So happy June 1st. It's come off a little warm here in New York where I am. Get out ye old code wheel. Get through the copyright protection here. Hey Julian, thanks for checking in tonight. If anybody didn't catch our Book of War game last Thursday, Julian provided the excellent army that Dan Cullinan used. That was a true barn burner. It came down to 1 figure on each side, so I'd recommend you see it. Is this game stuck? Usually it goes. What's happening right now? This screen usually doesn't take this long. This would be a bummer. Oh, all right. Okay. Well, all right. So I accident. Okay. So the game was cracked. I'm sorry. So I just blew through the code wheel. I hope no one's bothered by that. That was weird. Okay. Hopefully that's the only technical glitch tonight. All right, so loading my A game here. So my party is back in town, back in the inn, and I think off screen from last time. Everybody's healed up. I wasn't in a situation to level up. I got all the spells back. So what I was told last time by apparently what turns out to be a disreputable NPC that I had briefly in the party is that the boss of Valhingen Graveyard is a vampire in the northeast corner of the graveyard. So that was an NPC. That was an NPC that we met in the graveyard that we decided to name Ken. That was there for just a couple minutes in the last episode. So in original D&D and classic D&D, vampires are hideous. I mean, they're completely overpowered. They have so many special abilities. In my OED database of monsters, the vampire listing breaks the column size for the special abilities because it has twice as many special abilities as any other monster in the game for classic D&D. Incredibly hard. If the DM really runs them ruthlessly, they're incredibly hard to get rid of. So if I was a player in classic D&D at this moment and I knew I was going to have to go fight a vampire, I would go get everything I could possibly think of that would be good against vampires. And I don't know of any place in town I can get wooden stakes. That would be pretty kind of an obvious thing. So I think before I head out, I'm going to go to the weapon shop, whatever store has it, and try to get holy symbols and crosses and holy water if they have that. So that's my initial take tonight somewhere in town. And now I can't remember. Is that the? So the weapon shop is in front of me. I actually don't think that's what I want. I think it's in here with the other stuff. Okay, apparently it's late at night. Let me wait. Now, I could believe that none of that stuff actually affects vampires in this game. And little secret, when I'm actually DM, it doesn't. So, maybe we'll find out that none of this does any good. And also, I might not have any inventory, actually. This is now that I think about it, it's going to be an inventory problem. So Griffith has 1 slot. Okay, he's carrying most of the coinage. Okay, so we've got holy water. We have holy symbols of various types. So, you know, I have a lot of cash. Honestly, I would guess that the different types of holy symbols, wood, iron, silver, doesn't make any difference. You know, there's no rule in classic D&D that they do. But just in case, I get all kinds of extra cash just in case. I'd buy the high end one. Can I get holy water? I guess I can't. So who has? So as usual, I got to do a little inventory munging here. Jeez, I'm almost full up there. So Rollin has space, but he's strength limited. I guess Rollin's my best bet to pick some stuff up. Just wondering if my Cleric Hearten has been carrying a holy symbol. I guess not. I guess I got rid of it at some point, I think. I had one early on. Okay, so I guess... Okay, so I'll give some money to Rollin. He can buy some stuff. Maybe I'll buy 3 of these? 2, 3, and this, 2. I don't know if I can batch up that stuff. All right, so if I give one to Hearten, just in case. Nope, can't do it. Okay, so everybody's full up on the inventory at this point. Is there? I'm guessing there's nothing I want to get rid of. Again, part of the story here is I have an enormous number of clerical spells, almost all of which are restorations to deal with level drain in the hideous graveyard area. I think I want everything that's there. So Julian or anybody else, if you see something here that I could drop, that you feel like I could drop, feel free to tell me. So the platinum sphere is like part of a major treasure that I invested in. The Morning Star I'm carrying around for when an army of skeletons attacks me. He's carrying some extra restoration scrolls. I do wish there was a bank here. I guess that's it. I guess there's really nothing I want to get rid of. You know, my plan all along is everybody, you know, has some kind of magic armor, has one primary melee weapon that's magic, has one backup weapon in case I get drained or rust monstered or black puddinged out of existence or something. Which some people have told me is unnecessary in this game, but if I was a player, I would stick with that kind of backup plan. So I think I'm going to go with that. I guess I'm going to go with that tonight. And Rollin's... I'm surely I don't need 2 holy symbols, so I'm going to just sell one of them back. Okay, let me check his encumbrance. 6, is that what it was? Okay, his movement used to be 9, so maybe if I trade the money back... Yeah, still 6. Bummer. I guess I'm going to go with that. 6 is kind of... I'm not happy about the 6 movement, but I want that stuff in case it becomes in use. So I guess that's my loadout for tonight. Everybody's armed. Okay, we're going to go with this. Let's try this. Let me just save the game here. Okay. So, off to the fabulous graveyard. So here we are at the Harbor Master once again. Round trip passage is 1 platinum piece. What passage can I sell you? I'm going across the bay. And from there, catch the boat at the end of the pier. You should know the routine by now. Alrighty. So, gonna leave this eastern side of the city. Leave so that I can go around the city over here. Here. I think that's it. That little wilderness move always confuses me. Okay, will you enter the northern city or will you enter the graveyard? The graveyard, sir. And here's where I get like a thunder clap right now. Here. Where? An explosion of lightning reveals the nightmare scene of a graveyard turned upside down. So here's this. Okay, so vampire in the northeast. And this is a little bit mazy, so I'm going to have to kind of take a circuitous route here. Looking at some of my options on my notes. Guess I'm going to go for it. So I want to be there with full strength, so I guess I'm going to try to go directly to the northeast of the graveyard. And what is the most direct route to get there? So I think I have to go down and around this stuff. So I've cleared out a bunch of this stuff. So I'm going by a bunch of places that I've cleared out previously. I have not, I don't think I've been, have I been on this easternmost side? This big open area? I am somewhat amused by this one building that's literally a big cross. That's a clever design element. Maybe that's obvious, but I'm amused by that. Right, so I guess I have to go on the other side of that building. Is that the deal? I've been there before. It's been okay, Julian. Yeah, the graveyard's been okay. I've been looking pretty proficient. I've been pretty happy with how I've been going. I think that the worst thing that's happened is I did like lose 2 levels with somebody once, which is probably less than I would have expected, considering I've got about 20 restoration scrolls. So among my happiest things is like there's a number of places where you go into a place, go down 1 level, and there's 1 specter creating more undead. And like I've been doing a pretty good job of trapping that specter, double tapping him with a bouncy lightning bolt to wipe him out. So that's made me happy. But I am worried about this. I'm clearly blocked in here, aren't I? Hey, Elfiend, good to see you tonight. But I am worried about this supposed vampire. You stand before a huge tower. The single entrance is locked and strongly built. Warning voices cry from within. We are the spirits of those who fought the dragons. Leave us or die. Jeez, oh, wow. Do you leave? You know, I want to get a look at this, right? So I'm looking at the overhead view. So actually, I'm going to momentarily leave. Just so I can turn around and see what I'm looking at. This is the big tower. Okay, Player's Handbook. First edition Player's Handbook at the end has some advice on adventuring, and it says stick to the plan, basically. So my plan is get that vampire while I'm full strength in the northeast. So I am going to, maybe I'll come back later. I'm gonna, you know what? Just make sure that I'm not remembering wrong. I'm gonna pull open my first edition Player's Handbook and look at the end material. Successful adventures. Okay, so advice for successful adventures. First, get in touch with all those who will be included in the adventure. Or, okay, that's me, right? That's me, Dan. So I'm, check. I did that. At least, right, or at least talk to the better players. At least talk to the better players so you will be able to set an objective for the adventure in italics. Set an objective for the adventure. So I've set my objective is get the vampire boss in the northeast. Whether the purpose is so simple as to discover a flight of stairs the next level unexplored, or so difficult as to find and destroy an altar to an alien god, some form of objective should be established and then adhered to as strongly as possible. Note, however, that inflexibility or foolish stubbornness is often fatal. More about that a bit later. I love that. Okay, so stick to the objective as strongly as possible. Okay. I was, okay, momentarily I have a giant tower. I was actually expecting like at least a second level to the graphic. You're right. Do you leave? Yes. Okay, so I'm trying to I've been on that side of the big crucifix building, so it must be around here? There we go. Okay. You know, it's funny because I haven't been mapping the graveyard because where you start on the west side is fairly open, and so I was able to just go wherever I wanted, and it doesn't get mazy until the eastern side. So I kind of was lulled into thinking I didn't have to do that. So this is the northeastern side, right? So here is. Okay, well I'm in the far northeastern corner. Wooden stairs lead into a pit. Do you go down? And the answer is yes. Here's my hideous objective that I'm sticking to strongly. The chamber lights up to reveal a tall, pale man with very white teeth. Yep, here we go. So there's your classic Monster Manual vampire illustration by Trampier, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So that says vampire like nothing else. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Oh, what the hell is that? What the... That's a bunch of stuff there. Okay, let me aim to see what I got here. So, manual. And right, this is a very dangerous moment because I haven't played the game in a week plus. So I'm right this very second very likely to have a Butterfingers moment and hit the wrong button. Right now. So there's a vampire. Great. 43 hit points. Yep, that checks out. What is this? This is a wolf? A normal wolf they summoned? Yeah, okay, thanks. And that is that. Okay, that's the Afridi. And so we briefly saw my team leader Nirjarini has been carrying around the Afridi bottle since forever. And I think some people told me in the past it just automatically came out in the key fight. And I think some folks have, as I entered the graveyard, some of you guys pointedly asked, "Do you still have the Afridi bottle, or did you accidentally drop that at some point?" So you were successfully communicating that would be important. So the Afridi apparently has automatically come out, which is great because I would have a real hard time identifying when I should trigger that. So hopefully that helps. And every time a vampire hits you, you lose 2 levels, no save, super tough. Can turn gaseous. They've summoned the wolves here, and there aren't that many wolves, which I'm happy about. That could have been a much, by the rules, that could be an enormous number. So there you go. The Afridi is 55 hit points, which is more than the vampire. So that seems good to me. Burn the vampire up in the blazing power of 1,000 suns. That seems like a good matchup. This is certainly the big hey Lord Studio. This is the big bad of the graveyard. I believe is what I've been told. So. Okay, so anything I can do to slow him down, and we have a proposal from last time that Stinking Cloud. Some folks believe Stinking Cloud does work against ghouls and whites, and I should try that. Boy, if I was DM, I wouldn't allow that against a vampire, but maybe I assume paralysis doesn't work. The vampires have like what triple have it's like triple. I think it's the weirdly it's the mind flayers that in my simulator winds up having infinite equivalent hit dice. I think vampires have like 45. I mean, they're really hit dice 8 or 9, and with the summon power and everything, they wind up being like EHD 45. Just hit him, says Julian. So I'm gonna see what Maelwyn's got for stuff. Okay, so she doesn't have a Stinking Cloud or anything like that. This is a bad place for a fireball. I don't have enough space for a fireball. Is that right? Do I not have enough space? I don't have enough space for a fireball. Cleverly picked location, Mr. Vampire. Yeah, see, I agree with that, but I think it was Disparel claiming that I've actually done that in the distant past successfully. Let me. Okay, Maelwyn's got a wand of lightning bolts. Wand of magic missiles. And obviously everybody's got magic weapons that I can hit them with. It's at least +2, which is good. Am I too close for a lightning bolt? I think I am, right? I think I'm actually too close to, because it's going to bounce off and hit me if I lightning bolt them. Because it's got a range of it's got a width of 5 spaces. I think the lightning bolt would bounce back and hit me is what I'm coming up with. So I feel like it comes down to magic missile or I think I get 3 missiles from the wand. I think. So just kind of doing some damage math here, which would be like 7.5. Expect 7.5 points of damage versus me hitting him with a 2-handed sword. Probably about 50-50 to hit, and then is it a D10 against? Yeah, it's a D10 against medium-sized figures, and then D10 7.5. I think she's got a +1 strength, 8.5. I think I'm gonna tag it with the magic missile wand. Is what I'm gonna do. I think that's my best bet. Expecting around 7.5, 7 points damage. All right, great. So the interesting. So the vampire gazes, which is how they try to charm someone. And interestingly, it looks like the vampire could only do that against one person, and I made my save, I guess. Actually, this is a key point, because when I asked one of the original D&D, one of the first ever D&D players about how gaze weapons work, they said, and this was Mike Mornard, who said that like a Medusa gaze or a vampire gaze just affects everybody in the whole party in front of you, right? Which is among the reasons why they're super tough, is they could just charm everybody with their gaze attack. So Cadell, anything interesting here? I kind of want to make absolutely sure I do some kind of damage to them. Also has a wand of magic missiles. Oh, also has spells of magic missiles. So I think I'm going to cast that. While I can. Okay, currently 36 hit points. Okay, 9. That's, I get some pretty good damage rolls there. Okay, so here's Hearten. I assume I have a chance of turning. Let me look at the turn table here. So Hearten's a 6th level cleric. So according to this, I could turn with a roll of 20 on a 20-sided die. Thanks for the note there, Julian. That's the terrible probability. So it's a 5% chance. I'm not willing to do that. Yeah, just barely. If I roll a natural 20, that would work. So that doesn't seem like a good shot to me. So let me look for something else. Prayer, right? Prayer, I think, would boost my saving throws. That could be interesting. Just bang on him with the mace. That seems like my two options. Now, Hearten also has a wand of magic missiles. Do I go for more damage, or do I go for the prayer? I think I'm actually going to go for the prayer to boost my saves and stuff. Maybe I hope that's not a waste of a turn. I'll just do this once. Wow, the Afridi took 15 points of damage, and the wolf's still up. Crazy. All right, so here's my team boss, safely behind the Afridi, which I like. You go, you go get him. I'll come. I'll be right after you. I wish I could fireball that guy. Oh, also has a ring of fire resistance, which is smart when you've got a Efreet running around right next to you. Let me just look at my scroll list. What does she have on scrolls? I've got haste, rave enfeeblement, blink, another rave enfeeblement, slow, and then some protective stuff. So nothing really offensive. Haste? Could I haste everybody? Seems like I don't need to do that. I've already got the thing like halfway down. Just everybody comes in. Magic missiles. That's a good point, William. Yeah, if cure spells did damage to the undead, I mean, I'm assuming they. Yeah, is it true that they don't? I'm not sure if that happens here or not. Yeah, of course, Nirjarini has a wand of magic missiles. I would probably cast my own to begin with. So that is what we're gonna do. Magic missile the thing to death. Yeah. Seems like a good option. Automatic damage in these rules. Good, and my damage just goes up and up. My damage just goes up and up. I guess she's probably shooting. Is she shooting 4? No, she's also shooting 3. Okay, so here's Rollin, who's the only person that doesn't have any spells at all. And everybody has a wand of magic missiles, so... I guess it seems to be working pretty well, so... I'm going to go with who brung you to the dance. I'm down to 17 already. Okay, that's 5. That's okay. Good. So here's Griffith, who's he's a 5th level cleric, right? So he can't turn at all. Oh man, I didn't give Griffith a wand of magic missiles. You know, I only found 5 apparently. So let me just look at my scroll list for him. Prayer, we already got that going. Snake charm, silence, bless, protection from evil, hold. Okay, nothing useful there. Now I'm amused because as I'm looking at my scroll list here, I'm amused at Harton's scroll list. Okay, so I'm going to read Harton's list of spells on his scrolls to the best of my knowledge. Restoration, restoration, cure blindness, bestow curse, restoration, 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 prayer, remove curse, animate dead, restoration, 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 and restoration. So that's so mostly protective or recitative stuff. Yeah, he will. Yes, Griffith will unfortunately have to rely on his +4 sword and gauntlets of ogre power. So, wah, wah. Okay, just don't miss his turn. Now, unfortunately, I can't get to the damn vampire unless I go around the top end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do that. The wolves would get a free attack. I think I'm okay with that. I want to tag the vampire. So I'm actually going to I'm gonna take some quote unquote back attacks. I have a move of 12. I don't know if they coded in presenting a holy symbol. I've got the guy so far down on hit points. I think I'm just going to complete the hit point destruction. Okay, so here I go. All right. Okay, that worked out. Oh, the Ifrit blocks it. Yep, I'm blocked by the Ifrit. Crappity crap. You know what? I was visually... It's so funny. I mean, obviously we've been fighting trolls and ogres that take up 2 spaces, and I visually thought I could walk behind him because he was tall. Ah, poop. Well, anyway, it didn't cost me anything, really. But I can't... Unless I shoot him... Do you need +2 to hit a vampire? +2 magic weapon. Probably just going to have to go cut my way through the wolf. No, +1 is what it is. So +1 magic weapon, but I think that... So the only thing I got there is the hand axe that's throwable, right? I think only male one has magic arrows. So, right. So you can't use a missile weapon when you're next to an enemy. So how about I just this turn? I'm gonna try throwing the hand axe. Try to tag him with as much damage as possible. I think I can do that. I think I can throw the damn thing. So I'll aim at him. Ah! All right, Dan makes the right choice for a change. Nice. He was down to 12 hit points, and Griffith with the gauntlets of ogre power managed to sock him in the head with the hand axe for 13. Ha! You doubted me. I assume someone doubted me because I did. I thought I was gonna have to go a different round. Okay, fantastic. And now we're back to Griffith, and this is the place where I normally forget to rearm myself. Bam. Okay, so now I just have these wolves to take care of. And Griffith is perfectly happy to deal with that. Like, how about this guy? Man, those are tough wolves. Jeez. Gonna delay because there's no place to get in at the moment. This is the first time Cadell's going, right? I think. I don't have the magic missile wand out. That guy's damaged, so nice. Is there anything you need to do to make sure the vampire doesn't regenerate? This is a really good point. I'm gonna for the trolls, you can stand on top of where they went down. This is a really good point. So where did was the vampire where that rock is? Because the wolf was there, so the thing was it was right below where Maelwyn is, right? That's a good point. Let me get rid of this wolf. Maybe. I'm gonna cast a magic missile at the wolf. Is that smart? Okay, so the Afridi is standing where the vampire is, so I'm hoping that just at least prevents the regenerate, if not burn him up to death. Okay, so Maelwyn is armed. Right? They got the trolls regenerating, so I would assume that they probably just called that function for the vampires, probably. I guess I'm gonna move around to where the vampire was and just guard there. Eh? End of the fight? Do not continue the battle? Huh? That was way easier than I thought, right? Yeah, right. So I can confirm coding up vampires is a pain in the butt. They're a real beast. So, all right. So that looked surprisingly proficient. So anyway, Julian, when you asked like how the graveyard's been going, it's basically been going like that. I've been unusually looking proficient here. So, good for the team. Good job, everybody. And now I'm gonna have trouble taking stuff because, as you saw, I'm basically all right. That was Griffith, right? Okay, really? That's the only loot? Weird. Okay. Okay, now I'm suspicious. That was like very easy and there's no treasure. I'm like, was that like an illusion? Ah, crap. The vampire turns into a vapor cloud and floats away. Right? So that's how they get away all the time. Yeah, I've successfully gone 20 minutes without butterfingering my way into a defeat. Now Maelwyn's down by 3 points, so that's fine from the wolf. So I took no hits from the vampire there. Vampire turned to smoke and went, probably to wherever their hidden coffin is. So I might have to fight him again in a more hideous situation. Maybe, I don't know. Let's encamp and save that as the B game before I somehow walk into a trap. Okay, let me look here. Maybe there's some kind of... You find the vampire's treasure trove. Do you take it? Yeah? So I had to look in the space to find it. Okay, now what do we have? Way more than I can carry. Okay, so probably all those cleric scrolls are all restorations. Quite likely, the way this is going. Might be a nice magical shield. So, all right, so I apologize. I got to munge my gear here. Okay, so okay, so I will get rid of the. So at this point, I'm going to get rid of the holy symbols. Okay, so they specifically say they're usable against vampires, and I think I just killed the vampire, or I've proven that I can take the vampire if I need to. Hey, Dust Check, good to see you tonight. Yeah, right. The armor classes are nice, right? There's sufficient amount of magic gear here, and you know, Disparrow, when he's around, has been encouraging me to fight the captains of the bandit groups and stuff like that, because they tend to have, you know, those name level fighters have tended to have really, really nice gear that I've taken, so that has worked out pretty well. So I'm going to drop holy symbols. Yeah, I'm going to drop. I might actually drop my longbow just to have extra space. Is that smart? I think. So most everything. So high level undead, like that, you need silver weapons or magic weapons to hit them. So I don't think I can hit them with any of this stuff. So I actually am going to drop my normal longbow. Is what I'm going to do. I apologize if this is a painful mistake. Drop this. Just want to make sure I take away all the good gear. Drop the Morning Star. I can probably fight my way through some skeletons at this point. Okay, so Aelfiend is saying that the holy symbols are purely role-playing items. They do nothing. Yeah, I feel like someone told me that in the past when I first was carrying one around. So should I drop these arrows? I might actually have enough space to carry everything at this point. If I'm still, you know, I'm going to drop this. Drop this. Yeah, I'll drop that. That's fine. Let me just make sure everybody's got a weapon. Okay, let me just arm folks while I'm going through here. Already did her. Right, he's completely burdened with the shovel, with the wheelbarrow full of clerical scrolls. Okay, let's try that. I might not need the darts now, but okay. So trying to take these items here. Take this cleric scroll, another cleric scroll, another one. Take a wand. Take 3 potions. Take cleric scroll. No. Okay, Rollin can take some stuff, right? Take. Okay, all right. So I got all that. Can I take money? We have Nirjarini will take the gems, is what I normally do. Bam, all of them. Bam. And you know, I've actually started dumping gold at this point. Yeah. 2,000. Can I do that? Can I take 1,000? The 1,000 gold is not worth Griffith's. You know, what is that? 200 platinum. not worth it. I want Griffith to be able to run around and smacks people with whatever when he needs to. So I'm gonna drop the gold. It kind of hurts, but that's what we're gonna do. Leave that. Okay. Exit. No. Leave it. All right, so got the stuff. So I guess that's it. I guess that's the end of the. I guess that's the end of the boss area. Looking here, looking here. I guess that's it. Okay. So all right. So that worked. So now I guess now that I've succeeded at that way faster than I expected. Now I could think about, have I been here? Now I can think about something else, like that tower on the eastern side. If I can remember how to get out of here. It's here, right? It's there. Yeah, maybe, right. Maybe this is how those monsters in dungeons end up with piles of coin. That's a good point. It's just adventurers coming through and dropping them when they need to pick up something else. Okay, so I'm gonna try to deal with this Tower of Magnificence here. Was there another door? I feel like I'm seeing a second door here. All right, you stand before a huge tower. The single entrance is locked and strongly built. Got it. Warning voices cry from within. We are the spirits of those who fought the dragons. Leave us or die. So that seems overwrought. I think I'm skeptical. Really? Why? This seems a little bit over theatrical. Like, really? Undead and spirits and dragons and nobody told me about that. So I'm gonna explore this. I'm not gonna leave. Whites! This very green white. You were attacked by whites. Okay, so I got 4 whites and what is that? A bunch of ghouls? Right up on top of me. Zombies. Okay, so I got a bunch of zombies. I got a bunch of whites. These are potentially turnable. Previously, I've been fireballing whites when I catch them in the distance, but it's not an option here. So cleverly placed. This is a very uncomfortable placement. So I got Maelwyn. No, this is again a bad position for a Wand of Lightning Bolt. I think I just have to beat on these guys, which I hate because of course they're level draining. This might be tougher than the vampire fight. I'm checking Maelwyn scrolls here. I got Blink, I got Burning Hands, I got Friends, I got Invisibility, I got Fireball. I don't see anything there. I think I got to pick on some of them and beat on them. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, I don't like it, but here it comes. I would prefer a white. I feel like that would be more in sync, right? Try this. Fuck, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so Mirror Journey is going to cast something. The Afridi, so the Afridi bottle is still here. So can I use it again? Or maybe it's empty? Boy, this positioning is not great. I have a scroll of haste. I feel like I want to get these whites down. You know what? I'm going to delay and see what my clerics do. I'm going to delay with Ner'jarini and see if my clerics can maybe turn and see what the fight looks like then. And if they don't, then I might haste my whole party to try to get everybody in the fight as fast as possible. Right? That would be out of sight. Delay. Ah, crap. See, this sucks. Okay, turn. And it hits the zombies first. Ah, fuck. Okay, now this is all of a sudden going to start sucking fast. Oh, there's ghouls. Oh, crap. I almost want to pull people out so that I could fireball. Like if I pulled people out in a line, but pulling Cadell out would result in 3 free attacks from level draining whites, which would be terrible. I'd almost rather tag Cadell with a fireball than that. Well, anyway, I'm gonna back up a space and I'm gonna turn. Yeah. Oh! Oh! Oh my God! All right. All right. Just very briefly, I'm a huge fan of clerics. That okay. All right. Okay. So Harton gets a vote for MVP for the night. That was great. Now I have to think about like what can possibly trigger attacks anyway from the whites. Great. So it's great. Now I don't even know what to do now. I got one more magic missile here. I just want to cast that at this white here, I guess. I don't think that breaks the turning. I don't think. That doesn't break the turning, right? When I tag somebody like that. I have to deal with these ghouls. Boy, having 4 whites just in your face is not super fun. Oh dear. So if the stream's still running, I've lost the chat through Restream. So let me try to. I'm going to try and log back in to the Restream chat, and hopefully that connects up. That's a new one. Okay, looks like the stream's still going, right? So get the chat back on my end. Captcha time. That's still a thing, eh? Okay, so yeah, all right. So that was okay. It's hello world. That was me. Okay. So if somebody wants to throw a chat in just to make sure that I can see what you guys are saying. Derp. Okay, so back to Malin. Okay, so I'm gonna beat on that white and just get one down. That should take care of him, right? Oh, that's nifty. All right, and so back to Harton. So I guess Harton might go and whack on these zombies up here. I guess that would make sense. Ah, fuck. Why did that happen? Oh, geez. Now I'm unclear on what the mechanic is there. On the turning, I guess as long as they're next to me, I guess they get to attack. Oh, geez, Cadell's taking a beating. Holy crap. I'm gonna delay here with her. So it looks like I can see the chat up until I had the break there. So I feel that so I'm not seeing anybody else's chat happening. So in a minute I'm gonna try to find some place I can see what's being said. Okay, so Near Journey's at the end of the round. Okay, so Cadell's already gone, I guess. And he's three levels down, which is actually, and he's only about 6th level, right? So I've lost about half of Cadell's levels just on that one round. The fact that I've lost the chat, the fact that I've lost any support to the chat is like this magical horror story. It's like, oh, and we've lost all the cell phones. We can't call for help. So it's almost like the game designed that. I'd like to pull him out. But of course, I guess I'll get another free attack. What can I? If I focus on that? If I focus on that white, can I do something useful? Exit, use one of magic missiles, use it. Just put some kind of damage on this guy to try to get him down. So I'm going to my vampire killing strategy here, where everybody uses wands and magic missiles. So here's Griffith. So I could just run over and whack him with the sword and probably take him down. Probably. I feel like that's a pretty good bet. I mean, I threw the hand axe at the vampire when I just couldn't get in contact with him. So I'm gonna run over and whack him physically. Here we go. Whoops. Move. Come on, Griffith. Come on. Yes, right? That was it. Okay. All right. Okay. So Cadell took down, and this is a good point. I need to document that. So Cadell's down 3 levels, and I feel somebody else took a level drain there, and now I'm not sure who it was. Oh, okay. Okay, that white could go down easily. So how about I do that? Oh, terrible roll, but enough. Guess I'll just stick in melee here. Jeez, Roland, come on. All right, I get 10 hit points. I guess I'll stick here. I mean, I can take down a zombie, I think. Or almost. Crap. So Melwin has magic arrows. So I could shoot that remaining white, but I only have 5, and I feel like I have other options. So uses, none of the Wands of Magic Missiles have run out of charges, so I don't know how many to expect. I'm going to keep, so this seems to be working okay against that white, so I'm going to keep doing this. Man, that damage is not good. All right, let me finish up this guy. I almost got that white finished off. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna accept the zombie attack on Nirjarini. Yeah, okay. I want to see that white. Where is it here? Okay, all right. Okay, so whites are gone. Now, if I can keep Nirjarini from being paralyzed by ghouls would be nice. Wow, I've lost a lot of hit points. Okay, so Cadell is down in hit points. How about we swap out to ranged weapons, because I kept the bow with Cadell. So I can shoot things. Okay, so ghouls. Should I throw Griffith at the ghouls in melee? Is that a good option or is that a bad option? Griffith is a half elf. Are half elves immune to ghoul paralysis? Or is it only full elves? Half elves are susceptible, what the monster manual says. I don't think I have any full elves on the team. I think I have half elves. I don't think I have any full elves on the team, unfortunately. Okay, so previously I think I've just been fireballing the ghouls in the past, I think. Maybe, I mean, his AC is -3. Just hope he doesn't get hit. Get a save for paralysis even if they do hit. I'm gonna push it. You know what? I'm gonna push with Griffith. Hopefully this isn't a terrible mistake. Taking some risk there. Right, because Maelwyn was using the wand, right? How about I back Griffith up is what I'm going to do. Pretty good. $10 or $2. Hit this guy. Crap. I am also going to back up people fighting ghouls. Okay, that's good. There's nothing else down here, right? Was there? Oh, there's one more zombie. I'll let those guys deal with that. And Nirjarini is going to pull out the darts that I considered dropping minutes ago. One. Oh, all right. Okay. 1 + 1 = 2. That's what we needed. Oh, and I get more, right? Because I get 3. Okay, let me. Okay, so now that the ghouls are gone, I'm going to switch to. Well, you know what? I can just finish this guy off this way. Left with 1 point. Oh, what? What? 7 points from a zombie? Glad it wasn't a ghoul, I guess. Okay, good. It's a very small amount of damage. Okay. Okay, that was a tougher fight than the vampire fight. So I'm glad to be out of that. You know, I actually don't have any record. You know, the funny thing is I'm keeping records of people's hit points, and I'm not keeping records of their levels. So, okay, that was a way more serious fight. Apparently no treasure. Let me encamp and save this as the B game. Okay, so let me try to find some place to view the chat, which has apparently been disconnected from Restream. So if hopefully I don't do anything that breaks the stream. So I could do, go here. Got it. Pop out. Okay, and then shut that window off. Do I still have this? Okay. All right. Right. Okay. So, great. Okay. So I just pulled up the chat on YouTube, so I'm actually seeing what you guys are saying for the first time in a couple minutes. Great. Okay. So Lost Lord Pseudo. Hope he has good dinner. Yeah. I think okay. Let me. So while I'm here, let me just go back and remind myself what race everybody else is. So I'm sure. So Griffiths is half elf. Right. You're right. Cadell is right. Good point, Elfine, when you pointed out Cadell's an elf. But I didn't want to push Cadell into a fight because it so took so much damage there. Maelwyn's an elf. Yeah, I guess that's it, right? So Cadell and Maelwyn are full elves. Yep. Okay, so put this screen over here. So I can see that. Good. Okay, good. So, right. Okay, so okay, so let me go through. Let me go through. So Griffiths is 5'6", which I think is what he always was. Cadell is currently level 4-3. Having lost 3. Right, Roland wasn't even hit until right at the end, so he didn't lose any levels. Jeez, I should have recorded people's levels. That's an oversight. If anybody knows that if anybody else lost levels there, feel free to tell me right now while I get a chance to recuperate. Because right, Harden 6, Near Journey is 6. Is that it? Is Cadell the only person that suffered that? I think so. Okay, so let's use some of these scrolls here. View items. Put that down. Put that down. Use this. All right, Cadell is restored, and yeah. Okay, thanks, Elfiend. And Cadell is restored. And Cadell is restored. And I also got 2 equipment slots back. So pick that back up. Pick that back up. Okay. Right. I think I agree with Alefiend. I think everybody else looks up to par. Save it. B game. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do what I should have done before. I'm gonna record everybody's levels right now. Obvious thing I should have put on my sheet. Right, and then Hearten 6 and Near Journey is 6. We know that. That being the highest level you can get with a spellcaster in this particular game. Hey, atheist biologist. Well, that's a good question about whether I'm taking this party the next game or not. It wasn't something I planned on when I started this, and among other things I didn't do is I didn't max out everybody's ability scores, which I'm told is a nigh requirement for the follow-up games. So yeah, this party is not optimized for the sequels, is what I'm told. So that's a good open question at the moment. All right, so as far as the hit points go, Cadell's way down. That's actually okay. That's okay. That's actually okay-ish. Of course, as usual, Near Journey at the back is your backup nuclear response when she gets engaged. So, gonna heal. Hearten's gonna heal himself. Yeah, that's okay. And then also Cadell. Who's way down. Down by 7. We'll call that okay, and then Griffith is down by also 7, so I'll use a cure on himself. Okay, that's pretty good. So Griffith's down by 1, down by 5, down by 5, down by 3, down by 3. Yeah, I'm willing to accept that. All right, and my cat Yali wants to join us. I'm just going to let him in the room. Yep, come on. Put up. It's okay. Come on, put up. Yep, come on. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. Sorry about that. Right, yeah, right. We were talking about how it's interesting that Pool of Radiance only has the original D&D 4 classes of fighter, magic user, thief, cleric, and that you start getting the subclasses in the sequels. Is that it? That's all you wanted? You can come here while I play, if you want. Yeah, okay. All right. Over here. Over here. Okay, so there you go. All right, let's. So I think I'm okay. I think I have enough. I think I have enough juice here to keep exploring the graveyard. So I'm going to go into this hideous tower here. Let's see over my familiar. Yeah, let's try this. centered here. Okay. Yeah, go through here. Oh shit, what is that? In the chamber is a single crypt. Floating above the crypt is a wraith. I am the protector of the paladin. I guard his remains for all eternity. Leave or suffer. You're a wraith that's guarding the... It's a protector of the paladin. That's confusing. I think I'm going to stay, I think. A wraith guarding the... who's protecting a paladin. That doesn't seem to sync up. I think you're lying to me. I'm going to stay. I want to see this. I want to see this paladin. If that's what you got happening. Okay, so one single wraith. Again, fireball's a pretty bad option. Gonna do my same routine. Drop that. Drop that. Can I have this and the wand up at the same time? I cannot. But it's two-handed sword, of course not. Use this. It's only got 24 hit points. If you didn't catch it on the Wandering DM Sunday show, we had an episode all about wraiths and specters. What was it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago? Because they have a really interesting history of where they come out of Tolkien specifically, and how they got changed. Well, here's Cadell once again, face to face with a level draining undead. Can't use a short bow in melee. You know, same deal, same deal. Ugh. You're sharp, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I just clipped your claws like a couple days ago, and somehow you've managed to sharpen them up already again. Need to get a baby Bjorn? I actually don't get that, William. Ah, crap! I'm off by 1 hit point. I'll try to turn it. Maybe he can destroy Wraith at this point. Well, turned it. Okay, that's a thing. I don't want to use a charge from the wand. So maybe I can throw this hand axe. Am I not in range? Is that the deal? Ouch. Did I? What? I think I just butterfingered my turn away from Rollin, actually. Oh, I did not know what that was. Interesting. Maybe I need that. Occasionally when I'm wearing a hoodie, I think about trying to get him in the hoodie on my back, but that hasn't happened yet. He usually like, frequently he just wants to sit here while I walk around the house usually. You know, I'm gonna try to throw. I mean, Griffith is gonna hit, right? Griffith is gonna hit a thing, I think. I'll play it safe. It's okay. Oh, I've already got the hand axe. Wait, it's Rollin's turn. Okay, nope. All right. Aim. Okay, Okay, some button focused to put the target on Griffiths for some reason that I'm not aware of. Target that? Okay, all that for a miss. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I didn't take any hits, right? The Wraith never went. Weird. Right, so take that and let Rollin pick his up. Exit. In the crypt lies the fully equipped body of a mighty warrior. Do you strip the body? Wow, okay, this bothers me. A wraith protecting the body of a paladin. I mean, that could go a number of ways. It could be a lie. It could be not a paladin. It could be like evil. It could be a real paladin that curses you when you take the stuff. It could be a real paladin that wanted to help you and was being prevented by the wraith and would be happy to have your stuff be in use. Like any one of these permutations is a possibility. I think I'm going to go without looking at the chat right this second. I think I'm going to go and take it. I feel like a paladin would want their stuff to be in use against the evil undead and dragons. So my instinct here is to take it. They wouldn't want to just like, here's a bunch of stuff sitting around not being used. Right? Corpses don't need armor. Yeah, right. Now I have a problem grave robbing. All right, you could be, yeah, okay. Yes. You know, okay, so I don't know if you're on a Discord, you probably saw this. So I have a tendency to watch movies on the last day that they're in theaters. So I did actually go watch Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves Monday night, Memorial Day, and there was one last theater. It's already on streaming services, obviously. And there was one last theater in New York City here that was still playing it. So on the last day I possibly could, I went and saw D&D Honor Among Thieves Monday night. We're going to review it on the show Sunday, so tune in for that. And, you know, I liked it. I did like it. You know, not perfect. So I have some criticisms. But I feel like this is... So what's happening right now feels like a very D&D party. Like I don't think this is a good idea. And then everybody talks you into the bad idea. We're like, yeah, okay, I'm gone down with this plan. So yes, I'm going to take the stuff. Good conversation, everybody. Yes. Well, there's not very much stuff. I thought there would be like armor for a paladin. Okay. Take that, take that. Take this. A sling. Take this, no. Can I take that? No. I actually, you can skip the item details. Again, no spoilers, so I'll figure this out on my own, thank you. And obviously, it's a pretty good guess that this stuff would be magical. Take this. Nah, everybody's overloaded. Okay, that's everything, right? I took everything. I'll look around some more. Okay, well that was... That wasn't that bad. So yeah, and to be clear, you know, if you didn't hear me say it before, atheist biologist, I did not play this 30 years ago. So I'm experiencing all this for the very first time, and I'm getting better at it. I looked really bad some nights early on. So some of you are hinting that this is not over, but if I'm a player here, I think, as far as I know, I've delved into every place I could get into. So I've been here before, right? Yeah, I've been here before. So I feel like I should go back to town and see what they say about it, because this looks done to me. Ah, crap. This business again. Does the word sanctify ring any bells? Fuck. Okay, well, okay, now it doesn't look done to me. Shadowy forms. What no, it looks not done to me. What is that? Okay, 2 specters. Now, they are at range. So this, I have been waiting all night long to get to use some chainmail-style magic missiles. So, of course, Rollins up first. Who doesn't have that? There's almost nothing Rollin can do that's useful here. I guess I'll use the wand, just because it's something. Rollin usually takes an enormous amount of damage every game, and tonight he's been abnormally avoiding that. This is probably just overkill once I zap him with other stuff. Don't get the fuck! Stop! Turn? Can I turn specters? I mean, I can turn vampires. Nothing happens. Okay. I probably needed like a 19 or something there. Okay, so is this indoors, or this is indoors, right? This counts as like a dungeon. So I think I've already been in the place I need to go to end the vampire plague. Interesting. So this I can use a fireball on if I'm careful. So indoors it has a radius of 3. So this is now happening. Can I turn? Is it worth a shot? I feel if I have a turn. Slightly cheating here by looking at the table. Now he's a 5th level cleric, and he needs, yeah, I would need a natural 20 for that to work. Again, specters drain 2 levels every hit. That's gross. I'm looking at my scroll list, and there's almost no point in this, because I could just like, well, it's basically all restorations. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. More of that stuff. I guess I'm just going to push him. I don't like it, but I guess I'm just going to push him into melee. I don't like that at all. But that's what he's best at. Here goes. Whoa, that hurt. Okay, so now, let me think about this. The specters, I guess I could just delay, right? The specters are 38 hit points. If I have a 5th or 6th level wizard, the average damage, 6th level wizard, the average damage would be 21, even if they fail to save. So I should double tap them with the fireballs is what I should do. That is happening. Yeah, we talk about level draining a lot. There's a lot of us around in the Wandering DMs channel go in a bunch of different directions with that. Some of us still are willing to use it. Was level draining? I mean, it kind of got massaged out over the editions. I mean, even in 3rd edition, right? You could lose a level. You got like a saving throw to get it back a day later. But even in 3rd edition, you could lose levels. Here's poor old Cadell, who's not even armed. I'm gonna save this because probably the fireballs are gonna do the job here. Is my plan. Wow, poop. Well, if you look in 3rd edition, I'm pretty confident that it would, in 3rd edition, the negative level would turn into an actual drain one day later. 24 hours later, you got a saving throw to see whether it was an actual permanent drain or went away, like you're saying. I think there was a save to see which it turned into in 3rd. So indoors, the radius is 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right there. Okay, so I'm trying to hit the specters while missing my own guys. I think that's it. Okay, so one made a save and one did not. Same deal. 1, 2, 3. Just for variety, I'm going to put it here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it, right? That's it. That's a good point, Elfian. Made restorations even easier. I mean, they could have just like showered you with restoration scrolls. Would apparently be one design choice. That's it, right? Did I get him? No, no, not quite. He's down to like just a couple hit points, right? Can I get a back attack? So let me see. So what did they say? So somebody else has to make an attack is the deal? So I guess I will... Am I in that round? So I guess I'll just delay. I'll delay with Rollin so to make sure that I get back attacks. And arm him. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. Well, okay. Now in this case, I could finish him off with the Wand of Magic Missiles. And probably save me a level drain, maybe. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. There's an option. Barrage of magic missiles. Okay, so that was 2 specters, and I spent 2 fireballs on that. Nobody got drained, which is good. Okay. So I'm trying to get to this. The door on my left. Interesting. If I leave the graveyard, some encounters will respawn, the obvious top choice would be the vampire. And the question is, is the Afridian still on my side? Question mark? I don't know. Don't tell me. Okay, so there's a door here. Let me check out this cul-de-sac here. Is that the end of the thing? Yeah, okay. In the entry is set a huge pair of brass doors. Well, this seems significant. In the middle of a door is a panel of a powerful knight fighting several undead. So this is a theme. This is like the third kind of beat like this we've had. Let me just save the game here. Nobody took damage, right? Nobody took a hit there. If I had, I would have level drain. Where do these stairs go? They go down. Weird. Good question. Now, I actually did not play Ruins of Adventure. We're planning, we're broadly planning, when I get done playing this this video game, Paul and I on Wandering DMs, we're going to review that paper module on our Sunday talk show at some point. So at the moment, in order to keep my my playthrough here honest, I actually haven't even read Ruins of Adventure, but I'm planning on doing that after I get done here. Is this a dead end? I'm like, that's it, right? There's nothing in here. I'm going to turn on search and just walk through this area again. That's different. That's the first. That's. Okay. Well, anyway, that's. Seems like that's the end of that. Turn the search off. Okay. So as far as I can tell, as far as I can tell, I've dealt with all the encounters in the graveyard area. So you're kind of giving me some clues about sanctifying a thing, but I don't have any spells that do that. So I don't know. Am I supposed to cast prayer in the place where I zap the vampire? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I mean, the thing turned into mist and floated away. The vampire can be slain by the following methods: exposure to direct sunlight, immersed in running water, wooden stake through the heart. Yeah, I don't recall having been told anything about that in the past. If my memory is bad, let me check my notes here. Yeah, I don't, to my knowledge, I haven't ever been given any clues about that in game. We may or may not review the Pool of Radiance novel. That may or may not have. Was that released contemporaneously, or was that released at a later date? Because like some of the classic adventures had novelizations made like 10, 20 years later. Like Against the Giants and stuff like that. Ah, crap. How do I get out? All around the tower, piles of hair. I've been here before. Go around here. Okay, interesting. Yep. At that point, right, in 88, 89, when this was released, right, they had their handle on, marketing campaigns better. So they had video game, D&D module, D&D game module, novel happening at the same time instead of like semi-accidental like they did before. Okay, so that, as far as I know, unless the city clerk tells me otherwise, I think I would be thinking that I had left the that I'd cleaned out the graveyard. So let me go back, and I'm going to check in with the city clerk here and see what they say. Back to the boat, right? Say, crap, I always If I'm in a 3D view, I always take this, I accidentally step into that temple there. Sorry to bother you. Okay. So at your entry, the council clerk begins looking through a stack of papers for the billionth time. Before I can offer any commissions, I must see if you are due a current reward. Yeah, boy, you are just really on rails. We have been informed you have eliminated some undead from the graveyard. Here is your reward. Well, that's nice. So 3,000 XP each. That's pretty good. That's pretty dope. Take some stuff. Okay, so it's a fairly. So 8 jewelry. That's impressive. The rest is like, that's really 5 gold. I just keep that as a tip. How about? Okay, I will take the platinum. I will take the 5 platinum just because I'm cheap like that. But you know what? That's for you. Thank you for your kind civic service. Yeah. No. The clerk shuffles through her papers. On the matter of commission, she says, I can offer the following. I'm expecting, like, possibly nothing. Yeah, these are all the commissions currently available. These are all the non-commissions currently available. Okay, so I'm gonna cut off for tonight. So that's, as far as I can tell, I'm walking away thinking that I completed the Valhingen Graveyard area, and pretty sure I went to every place that was accessible on the map. So, kill the vampire, thumbs up. Giant squad of wights right in your face, without any warning. That kind of sucks. 2 specters if they're far away, and I have fireballs available. I'm pretty happy to take that on. I wouldn't have wanted to push my luck a whole heck of a lot more. If there'd been more content, I think I would have wanted to come back to town and rest up and rearm myself anyway. Because I was starting to, Maelwyn didn't have any fireballs left. I'd used a bunch of magic missile spells and stuff like that. But that worked pretty well, right? I've been worried about Valhingen Graveyard, very worried for a long time. And obviously the giant amount of restoration scrolls, making restoration more easily available, that makes a big difference. So that's pretty good. So as far as I know, the last thing that's left is the main castle area. So next time when we come back, that's what I'm going to plan on tackling. I assume it won't be just like one single session. I'll probably need, without having any idea what the place looks like, other than that there's a Medusa in a pit, which I've been told by NPCs a whole bunch of times. I don't know what it looks like, so when we come back next time, that is what I'm going to try to tackle. Yeah, okay. So, again, if you're not on the Wandering DMs channel Discord server, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/wanderingdms. We got a $1 tier that gets you on our Discord server. We're always talking about Pool of Radiance and other possible video game suggestions that I might play in the future, possibly from back in the day. And we have our D&D discussions on Sunday, so Paul and I will be back this Sunday, like I said, for our long-awaited review of our opinions of Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves that I just saw a couple days ago. So thanks for everybody on their patience for that. I like to think that I've waited specifically to protect you, the viewer, from possible spoilers on my part. So you're welcome. And, join our live chat on Sunday, and we'll be interested in seeing what you thought about that movie as well, and what other folks. And then next week, I'll be back here Thursday, 8:30 p.m. And I might be tackling the castle at that point. My Book of War playing partner, Dan Cullinan, is traveling. So I might possibly get like a guest player, possibly next week. So stay tuned, and there might be a surprise next week. And one way or another, I'll be back next Thursday. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, and you make this so much more enjoyable for my first playthrough of Pool of Radiance, and I'll be back for more later. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.